Hey there, everybody. So, how's it going? Nice to see you again. And I'm fooling around with the lighting. So here's the thing, okay? Thomas Heaton, I don't know if you guys know this or not, went to university to study videography. And I assume he graduated because he spent the years after university working as a professional videographer. That's a huge benefit to making YouTube videos, to actually know what the hell you're doing. So just because you've been a photographer for 35 plus years, making a living photographing weddings and having a little bit of a success as a landscape photographer, black and white, in your own darkroom, doesn't mean you know anything about video. And it's an opportunity. So when I get a new video camera and I'm trying to dial it in and figure it out, I got to make videos to see how they look and see what my settings are doing. I don't know what I'm doing, you know, but right away everybody piles on, oh, the camera looks like crap. It's like, really? It's not the camera's fault. I mean, Ben Horn's making videos with the same gear I got now. And there's nothing wrong with his videos. So it's the same gear. And a couple of people were right away, they're like, look, Sony looks like garbage, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it looks like garbage, and it's not the Sony's fault. So I find that very humorous. Thomas Heaton's making videos with Fuji. Ben Horn's making videos with Sony. Nick Page uses Sony for all his videos. I could only hope someday to achieve that level of videography prowess. I'm trying, and things are getting better all the time, but geez, gosh, give me a break, please. A little slack. So I find it very interesting. I only found out yesterday. I haven't really been following Thomas Heaton that closely. And I only found out yesterday. Evidently 2 weeks ago, he released the video where he switched to the Nikon Z7 II, which the Nikon Z7 II is a fine camera, and it's capable of wonderful landscape still images, and it even does some decent video. The Z6 II does really nice video. It's just without an articulating screen, it's a pain in the ass to use in the field as a solo content creator, which is what I am. And so I think that Thomas Heaton, I mean, if he's okay with the idea of bringing two different camera systems with him everywhere he goes, including different lenses and different batteries, and he's cool with that, I mean, I think he's kind of settled on. It makes sense when you're shooting the GFX, because I think the video out of the GFX, the 50R only does 1080p, and he wants to have a 4K channel. Like, I get that. So, but you can't question the stills capability of the GFX. And so if he wants to photograph with this GFX, shoot stills with the GFX, that makes total sense. He's got the XT4s for his video cameras. And interestingly, they do take the same batteries, but they don't take the same lenses. So he's got two different sets of lenses. So, but if you're shooting the GFX, for stills, and having XT4s for video, that makes that's a system, and it makes sense. You have to have something other than the GFX for your video. I get that. But if he's shooting the Nikon Z7 II, like, if you're shooting a full frame digital camera, there's really no reason, you really don't need to have two systems, right? I mean, you don't have to. And in Nikon, a lot of the Nikon shooters who shoot the Z7 II, they shoot like the ZFC for video, or that new Z30 for video, but you're bumping down APS-C. So you're going to still need a dedicated wide-angle lens to get to 20 millimeters, right? Which I don't know what that is, like 14. So it's problematic. And on top of all that, you've got the APS-C video quality, which isn't the full-frame video quality. So before the Sony A7 IV came out, there was less of an argument to shoot Sony if you're a hybrid shooter shooting both stills and video, like particularly, and this is really aimed directly at and for, which is what I do, landscape photography YouTube channel, right? That's what I do, okay? If you don't have a landscape photography YouTube channel, shoot anything you like. It doesn't really matter, does it? Right? I mean, any of these cameras in the last 10 years are perfectly capable of doing anything you want to do with them. Except for Pentax. The video kind of sucks out of those. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, but what I'm talking about here on this channel is doing landscape photography and having a YouTube channel. And the attraction of the Sony system for me is that I can have an A7R4 for my stills, and the A7R4 also does video, which I'm using it now for this, and I can have an A7 IV as my main video camera, but I can also use the A7 IV for stills. And on top of that, the A7 IV is from all I can tell, I have never held one. I've never even looked at one. But from all the videos that I've watched, the A7 IV is a real, like, DP Review picked it as like their top hybrid camera for 2022. So right now it's the leader of the pack, according to DP Review. And all the reviews that I've read, I'd say the same thing. I mean, it seems like it checks off all the bells and whistles. So there it is, and that makes sense. Now that Thomas Heaton has switched to the Z7 II, I wonder if he's going to start questioning his use of the X-T4 for video. There would be some advantages, I'm surmising, if he had went Sony for video, in the sense that he would have autofocus he could rely on, and then auto exposure he could rely on as well. So, and auto white balance to a certain extent. He wouldn't have to set everything manually. So, yeah, something to think about. With Nikon, if you know, all this will change in a few months or 6 months or a year or two when Nikon comes out with a Z6 III with an articulate. All the Z6 II really needs is an articulating screen. I mean, it's a really good video camera. It's just absolutely a pain in the ass to use as a solo content creator. So if you're not a solo content creator, the Z6 II is a wonderful camera. So there it is. All right, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Today I woke up and it is a cloudy day in Northeast Oregon in August, which is about as rare as Gavin over at Photo Tripper making a video without a fart joke in it. So I really wanted to go out and make this video out in the field and play with my new stuff, but the magic brown UPS truck has not showed up with my spare batteries, and I don't really want to go out with one ZV-1 battery. The A7R4 one battery, no problem. I mean, the Sony Z100 battery is like the best battery I've ever used, and for one of those small camera batteries, it really is an attraction of the system. The ZV-1, not ZV-1, the Z100 battery is really something else. But the ZV-1 battery, yeah, I don't want to drive for an hour or two and end up with, shooting 40 minutes of video, and then, because I have to shoot 40 minutes of video to get 10 usable minutes. And so, yeah, I shoot a lot of video and then edit pretty heavily because I don't know what I'm doing. And that's honest admission. When it comes to photography, ask me any question, I'll answer you or find the answer for you. I usually can pull the answer off the top of my head. I've been doing this that long. When it comes to videography, I have really no clue what I'm doing. And I'm doing the best that I can. I'm learning all the time. I'm getting better. So, with only one battery, I didn't want to, even though the conditions are beautiful outside. Oh well. So, there it is. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. More importantly, just subscribe, because that would really help me out a lot. And we're going to get in the field. Next 2 weeks from now, we're headed to Oregon coast to do some seascapes. Very excited. So have a great one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out there. Bye.